Pele, the Cruyff turn, the genius of Maradona, Roger Milla, the oldest swinger in town, Baggio's penalty miss, Beckham's red card, Ronaldo's World Cup final selection drama followed 4 years later by Ronaldo's redemption, Brazil's 7-1 defeat on home turf, and Mbappe's star turn in Russia. The World Cup always delivers, and the big kickoff is now in sight. Hello, welcome to Football Now. I'm Adil Halim. In the week where the FIFA World Cup reaches the 100 days to go milestone, we've come to Doha's Corniche, where the countdown clock marks the final days, hours, minutes, and seconds until Qatar 2022 kicks off. It'll be a little cooler and a lot busier here in November when thousands of fans will gather, but the excitement's already started to build, especially for fans of the 32 nations involved.
As far as you can see from now, all the stadiums are full completed, and all the infrastructure and logistics, the metro, the subway, everything is connected. Qatar is a small country, so it's going to be probably the first World Cup that fans are going to be able to watch 1, 2, or even 3 games per day. So I think the atmosphere is going to be fantastic.
And for the first time, it's all happening right here in the Middle East. There'll be plenty of other firsts. The first World Cup played in the winter, female referees in the men's tourney, sensory rooms for fans with cognitive disabilities, the introduction of semi-autonomous offside technology, and a realistic ambition to make this the most sustainable tournament of all time. And even former football internationals are buzzing about what lies ahead.
You can't wait to see it getting started, and then you feel like you're in this month-long bubble, this month-long party where there's constantly televised football to be able to watch. Nobody can complain. The family can't moan about you watching every single game that comes on the telly. Nobody can have any complaints. You're lost for a month within this competition, and it is absolutely brilliant. And it's every 4 years. I think there's been talk about trying to change that. I would keep it every 4 years because the excitement that brings when that comes around is unrivaled.
Only 8 countries have ever lifted the trophy, with Europe and South America the dominant forces. But you have to go back 20 years since the South American side, Brazil, claimed the crown in 2002. So, who will come out on top in Doha?
I am looking forward to this World Cup because I think that the level of the top sides is quite high, but I wouldn't single out anybody as favorite. I don't think that there is a big favorite. That's why I'm looking forward to it so much. If I have to plump for someone, I will say that Brazil or Argentina will be the favorites to win it, just because it's been already 20 years that South America hasn't won that trophy.
Now, host country Qatar are participating in the tournament for the very first time, and they're in a tough group with the Netherlands, Ecuador, and Senegal. So how will this competition compare to other World Cups staged this century? The 2002 FIFA World Cup kicked off with 2 host countries for the first time. South Korea and Japan shared the honors, with Seoul the venue for the opening game and Yokohama the location for the final, which was won by a Ronaldo-inspired Brazil. 4 years later, and the 2002 beaten finalists, Germany, won the right to stage the 2006 World Cup. Italy, for once, were the penalty shootout kings, beating France in the final. However, it was a tournament that delivered plenty for the hosts both on and off the pitch.
For Germany, 2006 was really a transformative competition, and it captured the imagination of the public, and people really had this collective experience and outpour of joy, and surprised themselves, I think, by how much they had a good time.
2010 saw history created with the World Cup coming to the African continent. South Africa introduced the footballing world to the vuvuzela, while Spain passed its way to glory with the tiki-taka style of play that for a period of time ruled the world. Next up, it was Brazil's turn, but the hosts suffered a humiliating exit to the eventual winners, Germany. 2018 saw the tournament head north, with Russia the scene for football's biggest competition. In the 5th World Cup this century, there was a 5th different name on the World Cup as France lifted the trophy for the first time since 1998. From past World Cups to the future now, and Qatar 2022 is set to be groundbreaking for a number of reasons, one of which is down to this: air conditioning. For the first time ever, the majority of stadiums will be artificially ventilated to keep players and fans cool during the matches. Dr. Cool is the man behind the technology.
For people to understand it, it will be a dry 22 degrees C, a little bit on the dry side, not in the wet side. Because you can be at 22 degrees C, but it's muggy. So when you exert a lot of physical movement, you sweat, but that sweat will never leave your skin. That means it will never cool down. You need that amount of sweat to evaporate quickly, so it brings the player's temperature and inner core temperature down. The control that we've done for the stadiums is not only controlling the temperature. We control temperature, humidity, the amount of moisture, the amount of CO2 in the air. All this we've done as a part of innovation. So it's not just simply pumping air.
Now the fun gets underway in just over 3 months. More than 1 million fans expected to fill 8 stadiums to watch 32 teams play 64 matches. And we'll be right here in Doha to bring you plenty more World Cup content. And we'll see you next time for more Football Now.